Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we destroyed both bases on this planet and set up a planetary shield generator. Now, I'm confused about the planetary field generator. It seems pretty useless unless you can set up a lot of them, which does require an enormous amount of power. So I'm wondering if there's really any value in having it. It's eating up power without really doing anything helpful for us. I don't know how Like, it's not doing nothing. It does have, like, a little bit of protection from space attacks, but we haven't had any space attacks yet, and it only covers, like, a little bit of the planet. So I feel like the power draw that it's eating up is not really a good thing for us to be dealing with right now. So I think I am going to dismantle it, get rid of it.
Flight mode.
And we'll just kind of store that for another day for now. In terms of... I've got a little extra copper I think I want to get rid of. Let's just put this planetary shield generator in here for now. And let's dump some extra copper in here. I guess that's fine. I don't have any brick or iron. Let's get at least one iron. We'll go get some brick and we'll top up our brick and steel. And then we'll head out to repair our solar facility. I used a little bit of foundation. What do I have? I can get 1,000 of those. That's no problem. Get a stack of brick going. Get a stack of steel going. Okay, all that seems fine. Let's go repair
Flight mode.
our solar panel farm over here.
Cruise ended.
All right, so our little repair bot should put these out. Get them all connected up. Then we can get to work on deuterium production. Okay, very nice. All right. That takes care of that. All the dark hive on the planet's been destroyed. We're sort of fine. We have a massive infrastructure of stuff here that is soaking up energy that we don't really need. So maybe I'll dismantle some of it. Now, I was told to hit... press and hold shift to select multiple objects. So can I, like, select an area? I guess not, but I can just hold shift and kind of run it over things like this.
Flight mode.
I think most of this is okay to leave in case something comes back or we have a planetary problem to deal with. We get raided from space. But like a lot of it I don't need.
Flight mode.
So let's collect it up for use on another planet or something. So I can do X plus F2. Come over here. I think that gets most of it. We do need to connect this, though. This does need to be connected. Here we go. Okay. What else? Was there anything left over? I think that's it. All right. So with that taken care of, we have a bunch of stuff we need to drop back at the depot for now.
Cruise mode.
Or at the mall, rather.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
The mall's over here, I think. Yeah, okay. So we got like a bunch of ammo and stuff that we don't need right now. Let's see. Let's sort things out. I definitely need power for myself. Now, I picked up a bunch of these, the energy shards. Let's get these in here for now. Because what other use do I have for them? I do wish I could unlock this, but I can't. Let's put that there for now. Okay. We're set for missiles and that type of ammo. But let's fill up our shells. Let's go back to using missiles as our primary. All that looks good. Okay. We've got some extra ammo that we don't need. Let's put all that in there. Got some extra missiles we don't need. Let's get that all sorted out. Okay. What else have we got? We probably don't need the... Well, okay. I can't. That's full. Processors and microcrystalline components. We can dump off some of this. We don't need all these shell sets, so I'll dump a box here for those. I guess I can put 100... Nope, can't select duplicated items. What? Ah, there we go. Oh, I can store some extra in here for myself for later. Okay, that's good. Probably need to pick up a few more of these. Logistics distributor. We don't need all these turrets on us right now. Let's dump those off. So here's the missile turrets. Here's the Gauss turrets. And then I don't have anything for the implosion cannons. We can carry the battlefield bases around. I don't think we need any more of these right now, but it couldn't hurt to produce them for later. Let's dump it down another storage depot for the implosion cannons. We've got assemblers. Let's drop some of these off. Okay, let's get some more solar panels into production for a future need. And then we'll go look into producing some deuterium with fractionators. So, we need 10 copper, 10 high purity silicon, and 5 circuit boards. Okay. What does this have? Yeah, 10 copper. All right, we're good here. Let's grab these. I think it's half of one. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Flight mode.
High purity silicon. We'll take 10. We're gonna have just enough copper. Okay. Let's get those in production for some future need and then move along. Looks like I got a little bit too much going on. Okay, that looks good. Let's dump the extra stuff. We could use 1 stack of copper. All right, let's go. So we're going to need some stuff for this. Justin Clements, one of my commenters, has explained to me we want the highest speed. We want the highest speed belt we can going through the fractionators, because the more throughput we have, the more the 1% that it takes out gives us. So let's start by building the fractionators. I'm not sure, is that in collecting? Oil extractor? Water pump? No, maybe it's in production. Fractionator. Okay. So I don't know how many of these we're going to need. How many can I build right now? Just 1. Okay, so we need glass for this. Plus steel. So I think probably building 10 is enough. If we would need 40 brick, which we have. So we need 40 glass. All right. Where do I have glass? Let's just take a stack of this. All right. Let's get those 10 fractionators building. We'll use them later.
Insufficient materials.
I don't know how many we're going to be able to use, but that's fine. And then let's go into tech and take a look at what we can purchase. We're going to need... What is this? This is the automatic piler and the pile sorter. I think we need this. Let's get that going. And then we want the fastest belt we can get as well. Let's take a look at what turning on that science has done to our power grid. We're still sufficient. Okay, even with the science on, we're good. This is going to take 7 minutes, it looks like, at 360 hashes per second. That's quite a while. Let's go into upgrades. Let's look for logistics or belt speed. Maybe that's not in here. So planetary logistics system got us the Mark III conveyor belt. We can research this soon, but we don't get a Mark. There doesn't seem to be a Mark IV belt.
Mineral depleted.
So I guess Mark III is the most we can get, and we're probably going to need a fair amount of it. Probably not too much, but a fair amount. We've got the fractionators. This is coming. Okay. I think we start figuring out how to craft the Mark III belts here. So,
Insufficient materials.
we probably want 2 stacks should be enough for what we're doing. I mean, maybe 1 stack is enough. I guess we'll find out. So, to make this, we need a bunch of Mark II belts. We need some supermagnetic rings, and we need graphene. So we're going to need 300 graphene, 300 supermagnetic rings, and... wait, this says ×3. What does that mean? Oh yeah, we produce... okay. So actually, to make 1 stack of 300, we only need... we need 100 graphene and 100 supermagnetic rings. Let's get those first.
Flight mode.
I put the graphene here. Let's finish out that stack. So we've got 100 graphene. Do we have any supermagnetic rings? Where did those go? We had some. Okay. I might need another stack later, so we'll take 200. And given that these are hard to come by, maybe we should fill this up and get this going. So what do we need here? 3 sets of magnets. Do I have a... yeah, I've got magnets and graphene. So what I need then are the electromagnetic turbines, which we have 300 of here. Let's grab these, stick them in here to get these going. Is that right? No. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's producing. And then this needs magnetic coils and electric motors. Let's grab like 6 of those. 6 of the coils. Okay.
Flight mode.
Where was the... it was here. Okay. Yeah. I think I took too many there. So that's 800, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we took too many. Okay. That seems fine. Let's put the extra coils back for now. Okay. So I was going to make these. So first I need to make these.
Insufficient materials.
All right. So we have enough for 100. We need 300 conveyor belt Mark IIs, which we can make with electromagnetic turbines, which we just used a lot of. So we need 100 electromagnetic turbines. Did I leave any behind? Not enough. Okay. Well, let's take them out of here then. And then we're going to need 300 Mark I belts. Let's grab those. Okay. Let's start crafting. We'll start by making a stack of Mark II belts.
Insufficient materials.
So, one produces 3? I guess we need to make 100, right? And then once those are produced... Oh, those get produced pretty quickly. So once we have 300 of those, we can make 300 that are Mark IIIs. We're gonna need our... excuse me. We're gonna need our research to finish so we can figure out this automatic sorter and piler thing. I don't think we actually need the sorter. I think we only need the piler. Because we want to stack as much hydrogen onto one conveyor belt square as possible and send it into the fractionator that way.
Replication complete.
Okay, that takes care of that. Let's make some of these. Looks like we can make exactly 100. Perfect.
Insufficient materials.
All right. While we're waiting for the research to start, let's head over and get started on producing a little bit of hydrogen to feed into this fractionation loop. So we had a spare crude oil that we weren't using somewhere. I think it was over this way? No, I have no idea where it is.
Cruise mode. Cruise ended.
What are you?
Replication complete.
You're making engines. I don't remember that. Okay.
Flight mode.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost. Surprise, surprise. Should be over this way, though. That's where we had a bunch of, like, sulfuric acid and other oil refineries and stuff. And I think we had an extra one that we set up to make sure we had space for it that wasn't actually doing anything. Yeah, this guy... No, not that guy. Wait, was it this one? Yeah, we're not using any of this. Okay. So, I believe this is the recipe we need. No, it's the three set that we have somewhere else. We have a 3 set somewhere else producing hydrogen. I can't remember what it went into though. I think it's this setup over here. Yeah, this setup produces excited, energetic, what is it? Energetic, graphite, and hydrogen. So, all right. This one takes in crude oil, puts out refined oil and hydrogen, and then these use that to produce more refined hydrogen and graphite. Now, we'll come to the automatic piler tutorial in a minute. What I need to do is get a recipe going here, or a blueprint for this. So the outputs are on one side onto belts. I don't know what we're going to do with the energetic graphite, though. I don't know how we... I guess we don't actually need a setup, because we're going to loop it in. We don't need a setup that... It would last for a long time with, like, one depot. All right, let me make a blueprint here. Let's see about getting something like these 3 with their sorters, hopefully. Let's add that and that. And then did I get the sorters? I think so. Okay. This is going to be a new blueprint. We're going to call this Hydrogen Trio. Hydrogen Trio. We'll put a refinery in here as the icon. Blueprint description. A trio of refineries which produce 3 hydrogen and 1 energetic graphite. I think it's 1. Let's save that blueprint. Okay. Now, I need to make some refineries. Let's see if I can do that.
Insufficient materials.
How many of these can I make? Not enough. Probably plasma exciter is my limitation here. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Let's go get set up to build some refineries.
Cruise mode. Cruise ended. Flight mode.
I can never tell exactly where I'm going in cruise mode. Okay, plasma exciters. Let's get a stack of these. That's not what I wanted. Okay, now refineries. We really only need 3.
Insufficient materials.
Okay, what am I missing? Brick or steel? Probably steel. Okay.
Flight mode.
Let's go fill up on those items. Okay. Let's make 3 refineries. And we're gonna need 30 more of each of these to fill up our stacks. Okay, so with 3 refineries, now we can head over to that oil extractor we have set up. And we can set up this trio. So, oil goes in the back, and hydrogen and energetic graphite come out of the front. So, I believe if we do something like this, and then I think it's 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, it's quite a bit more than that. I've done this backwards anyway. So we want oil at the back. I'm not sure how many of these I need. Let's see. Or how much space I need, rather. So if we put it down like this, then we need the belts to be 1, 2. They need to be 2 higher, I think. Let's see. So like this and like this. I think that's right. Does that connect up correctly? It does. Okay. So this will produce the hydrogen and the energetic graphite. What did it say? Collides with other object. Oh, no, I've got it just ever so slightly wrong. Okay. This one needs to be 1 higher. It needs to be going the other way anyway. Okay. So how many is there between there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's six tiles that we need. I wonder if I can remember that. Probably not. All right, so we're gonna have the Oil coming in here. Like that. Okay, so the oil we want to come in here. To be fed in, the raw oil. Okay. And then our outputs over here are going to be the hydrogen on this line and the energetic graphite on this line. So the hydrogen we care about. The energetic graphite we need to somehow dispose of. Let's delete the extra lines. Okay, so it's already starting to build. Now, from here, we need to take this hydrogen and start fractionating it to get deuterium. That's the new part. That's the part I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. The other thing we need to do is get rid of this somehow. I think for what we're doing here, what's going on here? Why are you slow? Not enough hydrogen? Ah, I know what's happening. This needs to be reversed. Because then it pulls it in. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So for right now, we'll just dump the energetic graphite in here, I guess. I guess we can put it... Well, hold on. Yeah, that's full. Because that one gets... We could put a logistics distributor on it to get rid of some of it, but... I think for now we just... the main thing is we're not going to be using a lot of this hydrogen. Because once the loop that I'm going to set up gets full, we'll stop producing. And this will just fill in the 1% that gets pulled off, I guess. We will need to figure out what to do with this to get rid of it, though. For now, let's just dump it into a storage depot. And then we'll figure out something to do with it later. It won't produce very much at all, so one sorter should be fine for taking it off the line. Okay. So that'll take care of that for a while. Now, as for you, I think the first thing we want to do is feed you into one of these automatic pilers. So let's read the tutorial on automatic pilers. The autopiler can maximize the carrying capacity of a conveyor belt. It has two ports that can be connected to conveyor belts, one low and one high. When sufficient power is supplied, cargoes are fed into the lower part one at a time. The autopiler then automatically integrates the two cargoes into one and feeds the integrated cargo out from the higher port. The max integration count is 4. Maximize capacity, 2 ports. Cargoes are fed into the lower port. Autopiler then automatically integrates 2 cargoes into one and feeds the integrated cargo out from the higher port. Max integration count is 4. So I think we need 2 automatic pilers to get 4 height going. Let's try this. Let's build 2 of these. And then I guess we'll just set them down like so. Like right over here. So we want to go in... We want to go in the low port and out the high port, right? I guess this is right. And then as soon as things are piled up correctly, we're going to start a loop, which is going to go all down here with fractionators and then loop back and feed into itself. And all of that loop is going to be built with the high-speed conveyor belt. So let's come out like this to start. Okay, there's our high-speed belt. We don't really care that much about the input because it's going to get backed up very quickly. Let's connect this up. Not sure I did that right. I did do that right. Okay. So, did this work? I can't tell. I might have these reversed. That only has one. Hold on. Do I have to configure this? Spray coater? No. Wait, did I build the wrong thing? What is this? This is a spray coater. I built the wrong thing. Okay. Well, let's try that again. I built a spray coater instead of a instead of an autopiler. Let me get rid of all this. Okay. I don't actually need you right now. I guess. Where do I get the autopiler? So that's a spray coater. Is it considered a production facility? Particle collider, chemical plant, fractionator. It doesn't seem to be under logistics. We have a splitter, a traffic monitor, and a spray coater. Is it storage? No. Doesn't seem to be production. Transportation. Ah, here we go. Automatic piler. This is what I wanted.
Materials.
Can I build 2 of you? I can. Okay. Let's try this again. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. So automatic piler. Building an autopiler on a conveyor belt automatically merges 2 cargoes on the belt into one, which significantly enhances the belt's carrying capacity. Okay. Let's try this a second time. So 1 and 2. And then we'll take the output here to the input here. We'll connect you up. So is it visible? Yeah, it looks like there's stacks here. Okay, excellent. It is working. All right, so now we need the high-speed stuff to come out. Okay, so there's a... I think that's a mistake. Why are some of these 4 and some of them are 2? No, they're... I can't... It looks like that one is 4 and these are 2, and I'm not sure why. Oh, it's pulling it out too fast. Okay, hold on. So I do need the high-speed belt. I do need the high-speed belt in between these guys then. Let's try that again. So high-speed belt comes out to here. And like this. There we go. Now those are all 4s. Okay, that's working. All right, we picked up a bunch of extra trash. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so 4 stacking is the max they said in the tutorial. But now we have a belt which, let's see. This thing can carry 30 per second, so multiply that by 60, you get 1800. And then the fact that these are stacked 4 high means we quadruple that, so that's 1800 times 4 is 3200 times 2 is 6400 items per minute. And 1% of that is 64. So for every fractionator we feed this belt through, we're going to pull off 64 hydrogen. Is that right? I think so. Now, how much is this producing per minute? Maybe this isn't enough production. Maybe I was wrong. This is doing 15 recipes per minute. I've got 2 of them producing this recipe. So 45, 90. This is gonna, this setup produces 90 per minute, 90 hydrogen per minute. And we're going to be taking out 64. So this is barely enough to support 1 fractionator, if I understand this correctly. Let's build the fractionator. let's see if my design can work and if we can pull off some deuterium. Let's go ahead and put down one of the fractionators now. Okay. So it's got 3 ports on it. And I think that makes sense because ultimately you want to loop things in and out. You want to loop hydrogen in and out, right?
You've built a fractionator. It can randomly fractionate deuterium from liquid hydrogen. Use the conveyor belt to feed in hydrogen from one side. After fractionation, the residue will be exported from the other side, while the deuterium will be fed out from the front port. If you need to increase deuterium output, speed up the cargo infeed and outfeed, or build more fractionators.
Okay. Let's get storage set up for deuterium. I'm gonna have to refactor how this works, but building the first one will help me understand the recipe. Okay. So the idea here is this comes out here and then loops back around. Looks like I can't quite get it like that. Let's go one further. Now, why won't it go over like that? Is it too close? Might be too close. Let's put this a shade further away, like that. But if this works, what we could do is we could build a line of fractionators out here and then have the output tanks collecting the deuterium there. Okay, now I can do this. So we'll go like that. And then we'll connect in this bad boy like so. Okay, and then if we power this on... I think it's working. You've produced deuterium, a stable isotope of hydrogen. Under the influence of a powerful magnetic field, deuterium can be made into standardized deuteron fuel rods for power generation. Okay. So that's how this works. We are going to need to find a way to dispose of this graphite because clearly this consumes quite a great deal more of input than I thought. Now, why has it stopped? Why has it stopped? What's happening? Product overflow? Fluid quantity 14. Why would it have overflowed? What, it can't output because the belt is saturated? Maybe, okay, maybe we need a splitter here. Can we do input priority on a splitter? I guess this isn't going to work then. Well, if I build a second one, it'll work. Because we need less deuterium, we need less hydrogen input than we have output of deuterium, which we could get with a second one. I wonder if there's a way I can make this work with a splitter, though. Because essentially what we need to do is prioritize input from this belt. I think they only prioritize output. It can't output the excess onto the belt to go back into the cycle because it's backed up. So I think the only way to do that is to have more deuterium production than we have hydrogen input, or rather more output. So let's see. How would I do that?
Insufficient.
Let me make another one of these. We'll place down... Let's kill this belt for a second. And place down a second one. Production... Here we go. So we'll get a second fractionator going. Like this. With a second output. And then this will come down. I think to here. And we connect it up like this. Then I think now we're pulling out like 120 deuterium per minute and only putting in 90 something. I think now this will continue working. That's kind of interesting. I think I just found my screenshot for the episode. And yeah, that appears to be working just fine. So we're gonna have problems. We got to figure out how to dispose of all of this energetic graphite. We can't just sink it. We need to do something with it. But we are producing... Yeah, we've got 48 deuterium in here, 22 in here. I would love to see... Yeah, we start... That was the first one. I was going to say, I would love to see, like... I'd love to see holes in the belt as we start consuming enough to kind of slow it down. Yeah, see? The holes sort of show up occasionally. This shouldn't be able to keep up. So over time, this will get kind of emptier and emptier. Until there's only a handful being put on at a time. Oh, that is so cool. That is really cool. All right, so I have to figure out what to do with the graphite, and then obviously we need to build more of these. We need to build more production over here and more of these. But I would guess we're producing something like... Let's see. 64... I said 64, and this is producing 90. We're pulling out... 1% of the incoming feed is being turned in. So I guess if this is producing 90 hydrogen per minute, then this loop is producing 90 deuterium per minute. That's... is that right? Something, it's roughly that amount. So we kind of seeded it up with a bunch of material that's getting recycled and pulled in and out. I wonder, if we didn't have all this extra stuff on here, would it still work? So the problem is we're slowly reducing the amount of hydrogen on the belt, on the loop, rather. We're slowly reducing the amount of hydrogen on the loop. Once the loop is empty, then it's only going to be producing 9 deuterium per minute. Because this is only providing 90 per minute. There's like 90 times 4 times a bunch of, like, you know, high-speed tiles here, high-speed belts here that seeded this loop, and we're pulling 1% out of that per minute, and we're not refilling it at the same rate. So I think eventually this gets depleted, but for now we're making about 90 deuterium per minute, and maybe that's where the maybe we need something we can like turn on and off, like a junction over here with a bunch of spare hydrogen in it that we can feed into the loop to reset it. Because look, now we're getting down to like 2 blank spaces at a time. It's refilling. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, let me break it down for you guys. I'm not exactly sure how this works. That's the simple answer. I mean, we are producing deuterium. We've already got 240, 257, 260 and change. And I think it's producing 100, or it's producing roughly 90 per minute at the moment. But I think that's going to go down until it's 1% of the actual hydrogen we're producing, unless we have a way to refill the belt, the kind of reservoir of stuff that's being cycled in and out. Because we pull 1% off, the other 99% gets recycled, goes back in. Maybe it'll maintain. Maybe not. Not sure. Anyway, next up is using this deuterium to create deuteron fuel rods, and I'm just now remembering, I think that might be the use for the extra graphite. Let me check the recipe here. Where's the deuteron fuel rod? Down here. This requires supermagnetic rings. We could use some of the graphite in that, I guess. And then titanium alloy. So we got a lot of work to do before we can make the fuel rods and feed them into thermal power plants or fusion power plants. But we've taken the first step. We've taken the first step by producing this deuterium extractor or diffraction ring, which is very cool. I'm very happy with it. I've now been talking for like 7 minutes straight about what this means, how it works, what I understand about it, what my future plans are. It's a good time to take a break here. We'll be back next time to continue working our way towards fusion power. I hope to see you then. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.